Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video I would like to explain to you how does the flight attendant schedule looks like, how does it work, what do we get to know about upcoming flights for the next month, and all the mysterious stuff about cabin crew planning and scheduling. So if you are interested in that subject, please keep on watching. So our flight schedule, which is called cabin crew roster, is usually released around 20th of each month for the next month. It's like 20th, 21st, 2nd, or the latest is usually 23rd. So this is when we get notification that the new roster has been released. We do log in a system and then it's like Christmas. There is like a Christmas gift opening. So you're logging into the system and what you find out is like really a day of Christmas. So I'll give you an example. Now it's already November. I'm here for my leave in Poland for 5 days. But the roster for November has been released in October. And what I got was Shanghai, which I already did. I came back from Shanghai. Then I had, and it was 35 hours layover in Shanghai. The next day I came back. I was supposed to have Jeddah turnaround, which is in Saudi Arabia. Then I have 5 days leave and 1 day off after leave, which in total gives me 6. And then another Jeddah turnaround. The next I do have Geneva layover, which is 49 hours. Then 1 day off after that, then Paris for 30 hours, and then 2 days off, and then Sydney layover 24 hours, and after that I have 4 days off. So that is an example of how the roster looks like. It usually varies every month, like some people have more layovers, some people have more turnarounds. It depends on the fleet that the flight attendant is trained for. For example, my main aircraft that I'm trained for and I fly is Airbus 380. This is double-decker, and this usually goes on ultra-long-haul flights. So for the last 1.5 years, I was mainly only flying to New York. I was doing like 3 or 4 New Yorks per month, and that was exhausting, like really, really exhausting, but it was good for the salary. It was the best for the salary. I had like the best salaries ever in that year period, but I was really tired, always tired. So 2 months ago I got trained for Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which took, over the last 1.5 years, took majority of the routes in Europe, some in Asia, like Far Asia, Japan, and Johannesburg in Africa, and all those destinations that previously belonged to 330 fleet. So now I'm flying basically everywhere. I also fly Boeing 777. So every month roster varies, and there are lots of factors that influence it. As I said, fleet, or also like rest periods, like leave, whatever you have. And I usually do not have many turnarounds. Just because I'm trained for that 380 flight, they usually use me for ultra long haul destinations, and I maybe have 1, maximum 2 turnarounds. Like this month I had 2 turnarounds, but sometimes I have like 1 for 2 months, and all I usually have are layovers everywhere, international layovers. Yeah, in every like average month I have 4 or 5 flights, maybe more. I already forgot. I gave you an example. 6 flights, including 2 turnarounds, and days off. That's really decent roster. Some people also ask me how many days off do we have after every flight. Believe it or not, but some passenger in like New York flight, they ask me if we are coming back straight away. No, we do have layover after long flights, even after medium flights we have quite long layovers. For example, Bangkok flight is 5.5 hours, and we still do have a layover there, which is, I think, over 30 hours. So days off in between duties depends on how long was the flight, how long was duty in total, what is the next flight. It's a combination of lots of factors, but there are legal requirements that the roster has to meet, which is minimum rest, and also after ultra long haul flights it's mandatory to have minimum 2 consecutive nights off in Abu Dhabi, nights, which makes it like usually 2 days and something, but that's the minimum. After my Sydney flight this month I'll get 4, but sometimes we can get 2. Another duty that can be assigned in the roster is also a standby duty. We are not only getting flights, layovers, turnarounds. What you can see in your roster is also standby, and there are different types of standbys. There is a home standby, which is 10 hours at home, so you have to be prepared to get called. They can pull you out for the flight within these 10 hours. There is also airport standby, which is 4 hours. Then you have to go in the full uniform with suitcases packed for winter, summer, wherever, long layover, short layover, anywhere you can be sent to. You have to go like that to the airport and spend there 4 hours. And also there is US standby, which makes you being reserved for, it's called US standby because it's like mainly for US, but basically any ultra long haul flight that you are rested for enough, that you had like enough rest before. Because for example they cannot call and take someone who had like a flight the day before, because it's not legal to fly. So that basically are the duties that you can see in your roster. Now, do we have any influence on how does the roster looks like? Yeah, we have. I mean, we can make a wish in the system. It can be listened to sometimes not. My luck is always I get at least 1 request every month. It used to be more before I started flying 380, and then it became 1 every month, and now it's like I get 2. Last month I got Singapore, that was my requested flight. This month I got Geneva, and yeah, almost every month I get something. So we can make up to 6 requests per month. Yeah, we can make up to 6 requests, and that includes like a primary request, secondary, number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I have my system, which bid gives me more, the most possibility to get what I want. Those requests include layovers, days off, specific flight, like on a date, if you can request for a specific flight on a date, or like this layover in general, and you are happy like wherever they will throw it in a month for you are good with that, or maybe you want like a specific flight to fly somewhere with your friend, or you can try all the different combinations. The chances are you will get it. They are quite high. I mean, at least it works for me. So yeah, as I mentioned before in one of my videos, the cabin crew roster is definitely the biggest perk of that job, and this is like the best part of it, because it gets you sent everywhere, and no matter how long you are doing that job, like for me it's been over 3 years, the day the roster is released is like a big waiting, it's being awaited for big time. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, sorry, I'm being a little bit distracted. I hope I explained that to you quite well. How does it work? It's not like, rocket science. I mean, probably it is for those who are preparing and planning it, but for us, what we guess is just the result, and we are waiting for it every month anxiously and being full of hopes that our request will be awarded. Well, my rosters have been very good. Crew control have been really nice to me over the last a couple of months, so if you are watching, thank you so much. And I hope that you like that video and that you can imagine how that works. And if you want me to make more videos like that in the future, please let me know down in the comments and subscribe to my channel, so I will make more videos like this in the future. So thank you so much for watching. I have to go because the light is coming and it's gonna hit me in the face in a moment. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.